That advice would be very similar to the advice I would have given people 30 years ago, although the market has completely changed. So obviously the first advice today is you need to figure out whether your product or your service is actually, whether there's room in the market. China is highly, highly, highly competitive. That doesn't mean that there are no opportunities. If you look at opportunities in healthcare, or if you look at opportunities in elderly care, or anything to do with climate change and improvement of the environment, I think there's still lots and lots of opportunities. So first, figure out, is there really an opportunity for your business? And once there is, really figure out what is needed to be done to be successful. Don't go there with an idea, this is how we do it everywhere else. China is a very different market. Chinese people think very differently. They're at a different stage of market development. So you really need to figure out, does my product fit within the Chinese needs? And if not, how do I need to adjust my product fundamentally to change it? An example I give that for me sums it up. When I first came to China, I worked in advertising. I had a company called Kellogg's Cornflakes as one of my clients. They had a big factory, but nobody was buying Kellogg's Cornflakes. And I was coaching and working with the Chinese management team, and we had a meeting at Asia-Pacific level. And I was told by the China team that I could not propose to the Asia-Pacific team that they should forget about trying to sell cornflakes, but that they need to figure out what Chinese people eat for breakfast, because the Asia-Pacific management would not want to listen to that, which I thought was one of the most bizarre things, because Kellogg's thought they could teach the Chinese to learn to eat Kellogg's cornflakes. But if the Chinese eat very different things for breakfast, it's better to make these products and be successful doing that. Today, Kellogg's Cornflakes is still very small in China, and we're now almost 30 years later. So had they started making premium fried breadsticks, or it had to come up with a powder form of congee, or whatever you can think of, I'm sure Kellogg's Cornflakes would have been a lot more successful. But they were cornflakes, and they were not going to change the fundamentals of their offer. So, long story short, if there is no opportunity for your product, don't go to China. If you do see opportunities, adapt your offer, your team, your product, everything you do in order to understand what the Chinese market needs and what its consumers need, and then deliver a very good value for money product. There are many examples of companies that have done that and have become very successful to do so.